Welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley, bringing you some LuBu versus Durotan's couch action. Two teams in the top four right now in Division C East, trying to jockey for position here. Actually, LuBu tied for fourth at the moment, but should be a great matchup here. Right now, C East very competitive. Up at the top, you have Boogan Squad, Durotan, Couch, and Winky Face. Top three. Durotan's Couch kind of has had an easier schedule so far, feels like, but they've made the most of those opportunities, getting more than a couple dominations. But now they're going to face a pretty good team here in LuBu. LuBu has shown some pretty strong matchups at times. First map here are going to be Infernal Shrines, as we see a Lucio ban, so targeting a preference on the side of LuBu. Taking a look at our map choices, we can see that we have bans on Sky Temple, Tomb, Towers, and Volskaya. We're going to go to Infernal Shrines first. There we see the ETC ban. That's kind of been a pretty meta ban this season. We've talked about ETC kind of to death. He's just seemed to be in pretty much every match I've discussed up until now. And, you know, stats really show why. I mean, now climbing up already almost to 60% popularity, still a 61% win rate, still a very high win rate, and good on the map too. So you definitely want to take ETC off the table if at all possible. Second ban going to be Dahaka, so you want to make sure to deal with the macro play. That is a hero that Captain Wedge plays, but he is not here today. Soln stepping into that captain role. Meanwhile, though, on the other side, same five that we've seen from LuBu. Theratul going to be the ban. So now we're going to see our first pick. Where's Durotan's couch going to take us? They've shown a few heroes this season with a reasonably high preference. Nothing really being choked out yet, so I don't think they have to rush into a tank or a healer. They could go with a high priority assassin if they want, like the Kael'thas or the Gul'dan for the shrine control. They are going to go, however, into that Joanna. Cernobolt grabbing Joanna. Decent on the map. I'm surprised the first pick's not a Diablo or something like that, but it could be a comfort still. Joanna, good control of the shrine, hard to dive past. Not the best at engaging on this map, but definitely this is doable. And there we see that Diablo, which I was expecting, and the Kael'thas. So I think two really strong picks here to start out by LuBu. Makrota getting onto Diablo, Bandit getting onto Kael'thas. I think those are more meta picks for the map. But that said, Joanna is never really bad. I just think there are places where she isn't as good as other tanks. That said, though, we could see a pretty strong follow-up. Joanna could be here. Do we get the Anduin for the Light Bomb? Rhaegar Greymane. Okay, so, you know, kind of some more old school heroes, although both in pretty good places right now. Greymane and Rhaegar, I think, are just very strong at the moment. Excuse me. Apologies for the sneeze. ETC was buffed recently, but I think also it's just other tanks were nerfed. I think that's a big part of it. The top tier tanks have kind of seen some pretty consistent nerfs, and that's really left ETC pretty strong at the top, but yes, he did also get some pretty significant buffs as well. Kind of a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. See a Jaina ban, so trying to deny that standard follow-up mage pick that we could have seen Afish get onto. I do know that Afish can also play something like a KTZ here, which is always a bit risky in Diablo. We could see it. Ana banned out. Of course, when you grab Rhaegar, you want to make sure that Ancestral gets through, so that's the best way to do it. And, you know, I think it's, I think the Rhaegar is always a strong pick on the map. There's a lot of lane pressure. There's a lot of camp pressure. Having that wave clear is great. And Rhaegar, he's never really bad. Again, it's kind of one of those situations like Joanna. Maybe not the best in every situation. Maybe not the best in any particular situation with the exception of Joe on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But never bad. Always kind of like a top 3, top 4 support choice. But there we see the Maiev Stukov, and this is a really strong comp shaping up here on the side of LuBu. If they can execute this comp, it is absolutely going to wreck some pretty serious strain. And we see a Tracer coming out from Afish. Interesting. As well as the Urel. The Tracer is, stands out to me as kind of an off-the-wall pick. Especially when Stukov can actually punish Tracer quite hard with Spine Launcher. Yeah, we'll see how the pick does. I'm admittedly a bit skeptical at the moment. Meanwhile, the solo lane going to be Artanis. Tracer actually pretty low popularity, but a decent win rate. When you see Tracer come out, it's usually going to be played well. We're going to see Artanis as the last pick from Alan Hicks. Opportunity to get swaps. Generally very hard to kill, and the blind could help with the Tracer and the Greymane as all the damage is auto-attack based. That said, with Rhaegar, he's pretty good at dealing with when someone gets swapped. You have Ancestral, you have W Shield post 13, you have the Cleanse post 7. Rhaegar good at single target healing. We'll see how this map shakes out. Taking a quick look again at our map selections, just a reminder, bans on Sky Temple Tomb, Powers of Doom, and Volskaya. And as we walk into this match, of course, we are going to see quite a big emphasis on what Afish can do with that Tracer. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his profile here. Afish has played kind of a diversity of heroes, has played some solo lane, he's played some Ling. Now we're going to see him on Tracer. So, kind of a wide variety this season. And Durotan's Couch has kind of been pretty flexible with their draft, so will be good to see where this goes. We are in a loading screen, and I think this might be the first time I've actually had a real, honest-to-God, slow loading screen this season. Big Egg Roll's internet is the slowest. But we're here. We are into the match, so gonna jump right on into this now as we take a look here at the teams and how they're doing. On the left side, it is Durotan's Couch. We're gonna have LuBu. We're gonna have Shriekwing on Stukov, Alan Hicks on Artanis. Bandit gonna be playing Kael'thas, VDZ on Maiev. And Makrota gonna be on Diablo. It is LuBu, and over on the right, Durotan's Couch. We're gonna have Big Egg Roll on Urel, Solon on Rhaegar, Wildcard on Greymane. Their Noble gonna be on Joanna, and Afish gonna be playing the Tracer. Level 1 talents now, as we take a gander. You know, those are one of the two talents you tend to see on Maiev a lot. Lot of focus onto the silence here, but Stukov not going to take the Spine Launcher, instead trying to go with the low blow, just try to get some kill finishes. As right now we're seeing this fight here in the mid lane. Rotations though, coming bot for the side. Durotan's Couch, a little bit slower on the side of LuBu. They're actually looking like they might leave. Now Diablo finally does rotate down, so no one mid here for LuBu at the moment. Durotan's Couch getting a little lead in the rotations, although Kael'thas comes down and cleans it up very quick. And it's actually, forgive me here if I have some issues. One of my two computers is lagging quite a lot, so we'll do the best we can with this. But Afish taking a bit of damage there, and now this is a chance for LuBu to get a little bit ahead in the soak. I'd like to see Diablo maybe rotating bit more aggressively, looking for opportunities to get some stuns, but obviously with Greymane and Rhaegar, this camp clear going to be very fast, almost as fast as all four members in this rotation for the side of LuBu. Tracer now being a little cheeky, but Durotan's Couch going to push up the mid lane and try to focus on to getting these camps as well as getting the mid lane. So LuBu, on the other hand, rotating. They clear a bot lane, and now they're onto this bottom camp. Diablo could disrupt rotations. Let's see if we get an invade here. We don't in time, so two camps picked up there by LuBu. Durotan's Couch going to be able to clean that up. Up here in the top, Urel and Artanis kind of doing their own thing. Now, possible fight over the shrine. Looks like it's going to get disengaged. Tap coming in from Maiev. Diablo dealing with the Impaler camp mid. Still has not been cleaned up yet, but hasn't really gotten much value. Ooh, Tracer dropping the Pulse Bomb. They really want this kill on the Makrota. And they get it, and that's going to deny some early souls. Diablo dying at 30 souls there. That's a good start for Durotan's couch. That's a good kill for them to grab as the rotation to get this last wave here bot. Meanwhile, up in the top, Urel and Alan Hicks, or excuse me, Big Egg Roll and Alan Hicks, need to either say the hero name or the player name. Either one is fine. Rhaegar, Greymane already jumping in onto this Bruiser camp. We are going to get a top shrine, so the Bruiser camp not going to get as much value as we see a Bruiser camp also picked up on the side of LuBu. Meanwhile, A-Fish kind of just harassing Maev here. Joanna going to be late rotating to top as we take a gander now at where this is going. You can see up here in the top already, camp being started. And Alan Hicks still burning, but Durotan's couch looking for the engage. VDZ quite low. A-Fish, though, going to be able to blink out of that at the moment. Looks like we're going to start seeing a push in here by LuBu. Alan Hicks looking like he's the focus target. There's a knockback, though, from Urel, trying to disengage what they didn't really like in terms of engage right there. Tracer now starting to grab some minions. Durotan couch doing some pretty good zoning here, not in a position where they're going to get flanked. Swap attempt there by Artanis actually engages himself, and now Maev is very low in the front line, has to vault away. Looks like the focus there onto that Maev. He is going to get away, and now some health bars dropping, and A-Fish separated out. A-Fish is going to be the first kill in this fight. LuBu getting the advantage. Could translate this into the Shrine. Tracer, though, will be up fairly soon. Diablo engaging on the wildcard. Urel jumping in onto the top. 12-5 at the moment, so not super fast wave clear on this minion. Tracer just now coming up, though, but Durotan's couch is still here in a 4v5 situation. Maev moving on the backline, trying to get on a wildcard. Wildcard doing a good job not getting tethered. Does start to back up here. Is slowed. Big Egg Roll now having to jump away. Going to get healed up, and it looks like Sir Noble. Is he going to stay alive? We have the Healing Totem chosen by Rhaegar. That's going to help out a bit. Healing Totem hasn't actually been killed yet by LuBu. But now 24-7, all 5 members up on the side of Durotan's couch. They can go back in and engage this. Urel moving in on the back line, looking for Shriekwing. Shriekwing looking like he's the target. Urel trying to force Shriekwing into a bad spot. Wildcard now trying to get on the Stukov. Stukov going to be able to get away, but Bandit now low. Getting knocked behind the wall. Big Egg Roll is low. A-Fish was down low. He's going to drop. Swap misses onto Big Egg Roll, but Maev blinking in. Could get the kill here. Is the Phantom Knife going to hit? Ooh, Big Egg Roll stepping back up. Has the self-sustain to get himself back alive. Sir Noble now going to have to walk away, though. Wildcard backing. Looks like Durotan's couch is going to have to give this one. 35 minions. And here comes Big Daddy. Punisher pushing up into the lane now. Sir Noble needs to be a bit careful. Is low, does have the Unstoppable though, and that always makes it easy to neuter this, but because there's so much pressure top and the wall was already weakened, they have to pull the Punisher all the way back under the fort, not really getting much value with their wall. Cleanse used onto Greymane, making sure he can get out. But now Joanna low, having to blow the Unstoppable. Border Punisher gonna drop, but so is this Durotan's couch fort. Meanwhile, Artanis doing the camp, grabbing mid-siege. While throughout continuing to soak. Cheeky attempt at a swap there by Alan Hicks, but it is a miss. Are we getting a rotation here onto Big Egg Roll? Big Egg Roll does have the tether, getting charged away, manages to leap away. Ooh, but flipped back in by the Diablo. Big Egg Roll very low. There's the tether, and Urel goes down. And that's a big kill for LuBu, as it's going to allow them to ensure a pretty big lead on getting to level 10, especially as they already have Split Soak, while Durotan's couch does not. So LuBu in a good place at the moment. And a rotation now here into this siege camp. Should be picked up. 5 people here. Nice safe invade. Greymane at the moment soaking that top lane, trying to find level 10s, but we do see level 10s now as they're going to grab the neutral camp on the side of LuBu. LuBu getting the Suppression Pulse, Lightning Breath, Phoenix, Warden's Cage, and the Stukov Massive Shove. Stukov can always kind of be a variable pick. Massive Shove, it can be good on this map to just wallbang someone and force them against the wall so they can't escape. But now Maev going in very aggressively, going under towers, trying to get a tether. But the wall is low. Now, we were seeing potentially a flank here by Durotan's Couch. Big Egg Roll gonna jump in. Doesn't really catch anyone, though. Perhaps a little bit of a delayed jump. Artanis, though, still soaking this off. But now we do have level 10s on the side of Durotan's Couch. Durotan's Couch going with the Ardent Defender, the Ancestral, the Cursed Bullet, the Blessed Shield. And I believe that is Quantum Spike. Yes, that is the percent base damage, which, of course, into Diablo, always a good choice. But Alan Hicks started this Bruiser camp. Durotan's Couch going to hard invade. They have all 5 members here. We are seeing, though, a rotation coming in on the side of LuBu. They do find Afish in the back low. He's going to have to recall out. Does survive. Ancestral going to be used to enable Tracer to re-engage this fight. There's the Ardent Defender trying to buy time onto the point. Big Egg Roll is still in this. Durotan's Couch seemingly unsure if they want to invade. Joanna gonna fall. Yrel gonna fall. And that is Durotan's Couch losing 2 more. And losing the camp as well. Great defense on the side of LuBu. And they're gonna say, you know what? That was so fun. Let's do it again. Let's take this Bruiser camp. And, ooh, Afish needs to be careful here. Could get the focus. Manages to escape. But with the double Bruiser camp on this top wall, keep in mind, there's no fort to eat this camp, so this is going to move straight onto the keep wall at the moment. Now we turn our attention to LuBu as they rotate down towards this shrine. It's going to be the Frozen Punisher here in the bottom lane. As LuBu going to start it here with Maiev. Durotan's Couch cleaning up this top lane at the moment. LuBu, though, starting both the camp and the shrine. Getting some value here, but here comes Durotan's Couch rotating in from the top. 5 alive for both teams. Still no level 13. Makrota doing some good zoning here. Yrel moving in. Good condemn, but great heal there from Makrota, flipping Joanna away from the back line. And now they're going to back off here. LuBu playing this one safe, saying, hey, you know what we need to not do right now? We need to not throw. Let's make sure that we get the engage on our terms. They want to wait for the Warden's Cage and the Lightning Breath. They're both up in about 3 seconds, so they're going to get that opportunity. Chernobyl, separate out from the rest of the team. Needs to be careful. Afish died in the back line. Going to have to recall out of that. Phoenix used, but Durotan's Couch disengages this. This is going to be the Frozen Punisher in the bot lane, and with the gate down, Frozen Punisher could get a lot of value. LuBu has potential to get big command of this game. Level 13 here. They also have the Root Combo, and Root Combo can be devastating on this map with the Punisher. Ooh, Afish getting separated out. He gets tethered. Can he get away? No, he can't. And he actually spreads the Living Bomb to his team. So now we're seeing a full retreat here from Durotan's Couch back to their wall. Meanwhile, though, this Punisher is going to take that fort free AF. Yrel off soaking the top lane, trying to find level 13 for the team, but this Punisher is still very healthy, and this keep could be in danger. Tracer not up for another 8 seconds. 5 people pushing in. Wildcard actually getting shoved back there by the Warden's Cage. A little bit of a missed synergy. Ancestral comes in to save Greymane. Joanna, though, is low. Trying to stay in that healing ward, get as much as possible. Needs to be careful of the blinks. There's the Unstoppable. Punisher jumped over the fort. Great timing on the Unstoppable there by Chernobyl. This Punisher, though, still alive, and this keep dropped so fast. Punisher now dropping, but that is a lot of value to get off the second Punisher. As we're going to see LuBu walk away, saying, ha ha ha, first keep of the game. Durotan's Couch going to need to find an opportunity to get back into this one. Right now, though, needs to find level 13 first and foremost. Important level for Rhaegar as it helps his healing out a lot. Getting that Storm Shield heal or the cooldown reduction. Or the dot going to help, but it is going to be the Earth Shield. And that makes sense. You want to put it on Joanna. You can get a lot of value with that. Now rotation coming mid. BDZ looking for the engage, targeting once again on the Afish. Afish gonna have to blow all the blinks to be able to walk away from that one. Joanna was clearing out the bot lane, but now rotating up to mid to join the team. Equal talent here for the moment. So Durotan's Couch, if they're gonna engage, they might want to do it quick. Curse Bullet was used there, but so far no kill potential. Good disengage by LuBu, saying, hey, you know what? We're winning this game hard right now. Let's just not give them any fight where they could get an equal or advantageous engagement. So we're seeing Big Egg Roll come down to clear up the bot lane. Tracer currently clearing up the top. Durotan's Couch trying to find the soak where they can. But you know, that earlier invade, while it didn't work great for them, it's at least going to force a 5-man to clear up this bruiser camp. So that's going to allow them to free soak and actually grab this siege camp here. Now, Maev's going to see it, but there's no way she can engage at the moment. So Chernobyl going to mount up on the point and just walk away. Good steal there by Durotan's couch. Why is Chernobyl still here? Chernobyl wanting this team fight. Yrel not here, though. Ready to engage. This could turn into a 5v4. There's the Warden's Cage. Suppression Pulse hits 3. Yrel only just now joining the fight. Chernobyl going to drop. And Durotan's couch not all on the same page there, I think. Now the question is, will Wildcard get away? Wildcard using every tool in his arsenal to try to do just that. But Yrel was not there. They took that engage. I don't know if they thought it was 4v4, but definitely got away from them. With 2 more kills, that's going to be another double bruiser camp. And actually now, Afish needs to be careful. We can see LuBu engage right into this, and we are seeing that. Maev going in, gets the tether. Can they get the kill? There's the silence. Tracer has to juke, gets wall banged, and down goes Tracer again. And the bruiser camp gonna get stolen by LuBu. Gonna have to now be cleared up by Durotan's couch. Swap attempt comes in, Big Egg Roll jukes. Durotan's couch just needs to back up there. They have to recognize the situation is not at all in their favor right now. Both down a Talenteer advantage and down 5v4. It may be a situation where they just have to acknowledge that they need to defend under the keep and give up that wall. LuBu, though, now rotating up towards the top lane. And this is very advantageous to them as they still have a wall standing. So even if Durotan's couch somehow won this, despite the talent disadvantage, they wouldn't get nearly that much value off of it that we saw from... or that we would see on the side of LuBu. LuBu now defending this point. We do see the engage. Here it comes. Yrel trying to move into the back. Good swap away, but Yrel now on Bandit on the back line. There's the silence into the back line. Trying to disengage this. Afish so low. Has to walk away. Ancestral used there by Chernobyl. Big Egg Roll still alive. The Pulse Bomb. Tracer self-sacrificing, but VDZ does not go down. Survives with 100 health, and Yrel goes down. In the meantime, we're seeing a full disengage now from Durotan's couch, and all these team fights have just been coming up LuBu. And, Chernobyl gonna get separated. That cleanse not gonna be enough. Okay, not gonna be enough. And that's gonna be 3 kills more on the side of LuBu as we see Big Wildcard come down to clear up this, catapult. But I like this decision by LuBu. They're gonna push up and prep the lane for this keep ahead of Maev capping the last minion right there. And so here comes the arcane John Cena, the magical John Cena, if you will. Very, very much the most powerful immortal. Just the zoning of his laser beam is quite substantial. So now pushing in. Punisher jumps onto Afish, not the ideal target to bait that, but actually, no, trying to bait it towards the mid. I understand that. That's actually, with the blink, able to do just that. And actually, it's a successful bait. Durotan's couch successfully baits the Punisher to the mid keep. That was I take that back, that was a brilliant play by Afish. But now, they still have to deal with the Punisher. The Punisher now starting to move on to core. There's the tether on the wildcard. Big Egg Roll trying to go in, but Big Egg Roll already dropping. 5-man blind there. Ancestral used onto Yrel, trying to look for the re-engage. Massive shove, though, trying to peel out LuBu. LuBu's starting to get the mount-ups. And it looks like they're going to be able to walk away from this. The Noble... Ooh. Are they going to turn this around? There's the stun. They're looking for Joanna, and I think they're going to get her. Joanna goes down. Living Bomb spread onto the members of Durotan's couch. Someone going to be next to follow. Afish trying to get on Stukov, but going to be run off here. Ooh, VDZ still on the chase, but... Durotan's couch just not coordinated as well as LuBu is at the moment. LuBu looking kind of unstoppable. And it looks like we might see a game-end attempt here, 5v3. Moving now onto the core. They do have that Artanis with the amateur opponent. That will help quite a lot. Warden's Cage trying to buy some space here. Bandit going to be the focus. Does blow his own shield. Shriekwing still quite low, but this core is down to 30%. I don't think Durotan's couch is going to do anything. They do kill Stukov, but it's not going to be enough. And we are going to see Durotan's couch fall here to LuBu in game number 1 on Infernal Shrines. As a very strong game here by LuBu. Look at the post game now. We see Zukov with just a ton of healing, almost 90,000. I don't think the Tracer pick really was good. And I say this as someone who's casted Durotan's Couch many times, quite likes them, quite likes when they do things that other teams don't do, like grabbing a Kel'Thuzad or something like that. And I know Afish plays Tracer well, but I think the Tracer was just a really bad pick. It didn't feel like it had any impact in the fights. That said, also I don't think at all that Afish was the only problem there. I think there was just not the coordination on Durotan's Couch that we saw on the side of LuBu. When LuBu committed, they committed as 5. When Durotan's Couch committed, it seemed a bit more disorganized. But with that, we're going to take a brief break here. We're going to get set up for map number 2, and I will see you all on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone, to NGS Gaming Series. We saw a dominant performance by LuBu on map number 1. Durotan's Couch choosing to stay with draft picked as their priority. Oh wait, no, okay, sorry. They changed it on me. They said, it clearly said Team 2 with first pick, so that has been changed on me. So it's actually, quick correction, this is Durotan Couch's map choice. So you can see I fixed that. ETC ban right out of the gate. Trying to keep Big Egg Roll off that comfort pick. Diablo going to get banned out as well, and I think the Diablo was incredibly high impact in the last game as we spotlighted Makrata in that last break. Very, very well played. Good engages, and you could tell there was good target calling by the way that you saw LuBu kind of coalesce around the kill and make sure they get that first kill. And that's, anytime you see good target calling like that, generally, most likely the tank. Because the tank knows who can get engaged on and know who he can kill if his team follows up. And a vocal tank is really the most powerful tool in this game. If you don't have a vocal tank, you're just at such a disadvantage. So I assume Makrata being quite loud in comms in that last fight. But Joanna got engaged, so we're seeing a bit of a tank choke. Zeratul banned out as well, trying to keep Afish off that hero. I actually said, wait, wow. I said Blackheart's Bay. Lol. Lols. Lol that map. Everyone laugh at the freak map. Too funny, too funny. Alright, jumping back into this one though. First draft pick coming down the line. It is going to be the Kael'thas, so Bandit going to stick with that hero. Not the highest priority on the map because of Immortal Burn being so kind of critical to success here, but not at all a bad pick. I think Durotan's Couch kind of struggled to play against it, didn't really know the best way to do so in that last map. So we're going to see if they learn, though, and if they can do a little bit better playing around that Kael'thas. Meanwhile, on the other side, Rhaegar and Muradin. So sticking with the Rhaegar, and that's always been a comfort of Soln's. I've seen him play it all the way back in Season 1. It's always been his go-to. Trying to keep it simple. I think Soln currently filling that captain role has to be more vocal leader on the team. So trying to stay with more comfort so he can think a little bit less. Meanwhile, Big Egg Roll, grabbing Muradin. Are we still going to see him doing that Bruiser, or is he going to be main tank and take that back over and maybe move Chernobyl over to Bruiser? We'll see. Alan Hicks jumping right back onto Artanis. That's definitely been a comfort of him. I've actually played with Alan Hicks before. He's a very strong player and a very strong Artanis at that. BDZ, meanwhile, jumping onto the Rainer. So Maiev was available, but they're not wanting to go with that comp. They want to get the Rainer in. I expect to see a burn build. But what's the next ban going to be? Tank ban or healer ban? It's going to be that Lucio ban, so trying to keep Streakwing off his most played healer so far this season. On the other side, what do you ban out? You can ban out Greymane, and they're gonna do just that. Denying the burn that Greymane brings. If you're hyper committed to burn here, you could see something like a Vala. If you really want to try to match up, Vala might actually be the best choice. You could also go Li Ming to get some poke. And I would like to see some ability damage because of the Artanis. Some of those blinds that Alan Hicks drops really did win the team fight in a big way, as 5 people were frequently hit by the blind. Li Ming, Hanzo. Okay, I like it. Hanzo brings the burn. They're a little bit slower in burn. That has to be stead, but the Muradin can go Sledgehammer. The Hanzo can go W build, though it doesn't really ramp up until later. And then Li Ming, well, it doesn't ramp up until 4, I should say. And then Li Ming can go Q build, ramps up especially at 16. Last 2 picks here coming in. There's the Tyrande, and there's the Anub'arak. So I really like this draft out of LuBu. I think it's very, very synergistic. They have a lot of burn potential, and they have a lot of stall. The Kael'thas and the Muradin, or the Kael'thas and the Anub'arak, can defend the Immortal quite well just between the two of them with the CC they have, giving time for Raynor and Artanis to burn. The Tyrande, of course, always a fantastic choice on this map. We have a Sonya coming in. Are Big Egg Roll and Chernobyl going to switch? Or are we going to say Chernobyl staying on that Sonya. I could see it either way, having played with these guys before. Looks like it's going to stay the way it currently is. So, with that, jumping now into map number 2, and Durotan's Couch going to have to play quite a bit better than they did last map. I like the Sonya pick to get even more bans. Sonya can pair very well with the Rhaegar, especially a W build Rhaegar, which I think we're going to see. Yeah, a noob did definitely get through the draft quite far. I think Durotan's Couch, though, is more targeting like what they've seen from the enemy team as... Let's take a look here real quick, once again, at Makrota and see what his hero pool has looked like this season. Makrota actually has played quite a bit of a Nubarak, but the Diablo was so impactful last game that it's hard to blame them for banning that, and still trying to take Joanna off as the top comfort pick. But we are now moving into the match here. Map number 2 between Durotan's Couch and LuBu. And on the side of LuBu, on the left once again, we're going to have Freakwing on Tyrande. We're going to have Alan Hicks up in the top on Artanis. Bandit's going to be playing Kael'thas. VDZ on Raynor. And Makrota going to be Diablo. It is LuBu. And on the right, Durotan's Couch. Up here in the top, we're going to have Sir Noble on Sonya. Down here towards the bottom, we're going to have Wildcard on the Hanzo. Big Egg Roll on Muradin. Soln going to be playing Rhaegar. And Afish is going to be playing that that Li Ming. Level 1 talents. Muradin going with the stacking Q quest. Expect to see Sledgehammer paired. W build out of Hanzo. Make sure you get plenty of burn. But we are actually seeing the totem out of Rhaegar. So the totem, you take that. That almost always means you're taking totem talent at 16 for the pseudo root. There's a stun. Good follow-up there. Big Egg Roll with the stun. Afish right there with the follow-up, as was Wildcard. Just not a lot of kill potential. Li Ming very kind of talent dependent, very kind of scaling as the game moves on with those talents. Big Egg Roll gonna hang back here, let his second wind kick and heal him up for a bit. But possibly checking this bottom camp to see if anyone starts it. Li Ming coming in on the flank. Really hit anyone with that. Muradin can get knocked back, and already we're seeing LuBu kind of bully pretty deep into the lane. Meanwhile, up here in the top, Sonya and Alan Hicks tried to go for a cheeky swap under the fort. Didn't quite work there, but the moment LuBu giving Durotan's Couch all they want here in the bottom, and this is where if Tyrande can step up and get auto attacks off, she's gonna out-heal Rhaegar pretty easily at this stage in the game, especially with that Elun's Chosen available. And Afish now stepping up, has the living bomb. There's the stun with the flame strike, and Li Ming is going to get annihilated there. Great combo by Makrota there, and calling the target well. The Lunar Flare follow-up was there, the flame strike was there, and very well done on the side of LuBu, and they're going to get first blood again. Meanwhile, Artanis doing this top camp while Sir Noble's going to clear the lane. We'll see if Sir Noble checks on that here in a second. We did not see LuBu, however, rotate into this bottom siege, as you often do when you get the first kill. Rhaegar now has rotated up to start the Bruiser camp a little bit early, and with no one there to help him. I mean, Rhaegar can do the camps, but it's going to take a bit. But that means there's no healing in this bottom, and that's going to make it even harder for Durotan's Couch to push this out. And that is already quite a significant portion of their bot wall down. Raynor and Kael'thas rotating with Tyrande into their Bruiser. Anub going to stay solo bot. Hanzo now joining to help Rhaegar. Gonna have the full Hearth. Artanis still on that camp. Sonya occasionally checking, scaring him off. Sonya actually doing some decent chunk damage there onto Artanis. Muradin checking the bot camp. Nubarak trying to go for the Tiki play onto Afish. Muradin gonna get the stun, and that's just gonna be another stack. It's gonna help out the Sledgehammer as we see the Immortals start here. Durotan's Couch gonna be burning the bottom. LuBu gonna be burning the top, and we actually see a hard rotation top to make sure they secure that camp while Nubarak baits bottom. And no one yet burning for either team at the moment, but I expect that to change soon. Hanzo now starting to do that burn. Rhaegar and Muradin starting to rotate in as well, but up here in the top, you can see we do have LuBu burning. Still though, Durotan's Couch with a healthy lead, getting to that Immortal faster, but of course they have to deal with camp in bottom lane. and camp up here in the top lane. They set up. We are seeing an invade, and I like this decision to invade, if only to make sure the camps get more value by stalling out this objective on the side of LuBu. Meanwhile, though, they're actually pushing back Durotan's couch 4v5. All the while, VDZ is starting to burn. And no one clearing up the side lanes. They need to commit to this, or they need to commit to clearing the lane. Cernoble dives in. He's starting to get low, though. Is the heal going to come in? Rhaegar doesn't really have anything big yet. The healing totem not going to be enough. Makrota dives in and gets the finish with the burrow charge. This Immortal has, oh my god, 3. I've never seen 3 before on an Immortal. I gotta be honest there. Has anyone in chat ever seen 3 before? Durotan's couch does get it, but taking a look at the lanes, top lane was pushed in, bot lane wall completely gone. This Immortal will come to bot, which will help out Durotan's couch a bit, but still, they need to equalize. They need to find a way to get pressure, and with so little shields on this Immortal, it's already effectively dismounted. Hanzo still coming up to join the fight. Durotan's couch going to get very, very little value with this Immortal. They get 1 tower. Maybe they get 2. Not yet. Some good poke damage, though. VDZ stepping up very aggressively at the moment. But Durotan's couch going to have to fall back. Gate still standing. Bottom tower has just a sliver of health left. Meanwhile, up in the top, still kind of a standoff between Sonya and Artanis. No one really committing to anything. But down here in the bottom, we are seeing LuBu. They are going to go for this camp. And Durotan's couch not going to be able to invade as Muradin Hearthing there. Wanting to get his mana back. It's very important with Q build Muradin to have lots and lots of mana. There's the focus. Stun on the VDZ, but not really getting the follow-up. Now with the camp pushing under with minion waves, this could be a very aggressive play here for LuBu, and it could work out quite well. Living Bomb onto the structure, doesn't spread. Oh wait, Living Bomb now on Soln. He's right in the middle of his team. Spreads that damage to Afish as well as his minion wave. There's a great stun by Tyrande on the 2 targets. Muradin throwing out the Stormfall, trying to disengage VDZ. Now the Gravity Lapse. Cleanse coming out. Great cleanse there by Soln, but Living Bomb still going to be a problem. Has to be disengaged. Durotan's couch managed to retreat, but now their fort is down, and there is a structure lead on the map favoring LuBu as they start to rotate. Looks like they might be rotating top. We're going to see if Cernoble gets the memo. Makrota looking for the spines, has the slow swap attempt. He lands the swap? Alan Hicks landed the swap onto Sonya? I don't know if he meant to do it that way, but that was one of the weirdest swaps I've ever seen. And Durotan's couch, though, already starting to burn. Raynor burning the bottom. And they're going to find halftime pretty... Oh, they don't get halftime. They disengage just a little bit too soon. All the while, Raynor still burning down here and has already taken about 75% or 25% of this Immortal's health down. And now we're seeing an opportunity for LuBu to get some burn as Durotan's couch has rotated into full defense mode. Level 10s, still a bit of ways for both teams. There's the healing ward, trying to get some healing. It definitely helps the tanks out if they can stand in it. But now how are these going to position? It's going to be defensive position, so we are going to get a team fight here. Durotan's couch needs to either take a fight right now or they need to break off, clear the lanes, and try to soak 10, because the longer they stall, the closer and closer we're going to see level 10 come over for LuBu, and they are going to get it first at this point. So we're seeing Durotan's couch start to push in. Immortal, fairly even. There's the swap onto Big Egg Roll, looking for the engage. Cernoble coming in. There's the Whirlwind, has to dodge the stun. Living Bomb is used onto Cernoble. He is a bit low. Now Big Egg Roll, a little bit low as well, and Rhaegar just doesn't have the healing at this level. Has to drop the healing totem at the moment. But meanwhile, Catapult pushing bottom. We still have a Siege Camp pushing top, and we are keeping an eye on this fight. Looks like Raynor gonna go up and push top at the moment. No one from Durotan's couch kind of reacting to this yet. Now it looks like we're seeing the invade. There's the focus onto Artanis. Lunar Flare, though, going to disrupt Sonya, and there's the stun from the Immortal, and Sonya could be the next to fall, but Artanis does drop, and a great cleanse there by Soln. Gonna keep Cernoble alive. The Flame Strike barely missing, so that is the first kill of the map for Durotan's couch, but Afish goes in, doesn't have the rest of the team there, and is gonna drop, and this should be LuBu moving right onto this Immortal and finding themselves an objective, their first objective of the map. Durotan's Couch, best thing they do, come up and clear this camp. Sonya, though, getting some burn onto the back. Single target damage there, Sonobu. You just want to mash auto attack and W.
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
Level 10s coming in for both teams. We do have the Shadow Stock, the Phoenix, the Suppression Pulse, which we saw there, as well as the Shadow Stock. Rainer's Raider is going to be the choice, as well as Cocoon. On the other side, Disintegrate, going to be used to disengage Cocoon. We have the Avatar, Ancestral, which we saw in that last... Or wait, no, we did not see Ancestral in that last fight. Dragon's Arrow and Leap from Sonya over Wrath of the Berserker. Fort drops very quickly. Immortal just lost shields a bit ago. And now we're seeing this push in. Big Egg Roll still frontlining very aggressively. Immortal now taking a lot of damage now that's under the wall. Opportunity here. Sledgehammer gonna help. But gotta be careful of the engage. Living Bomb on the Big Egg Roll. He does disengage it, but the Phoenix gonna separate out the members of Durotan's Couch. They are actually fighting under this. They are going to kill this Immortal, but the top key ball is down. Dragon Arrow looking for the engage. There's the Leap. Wombo combo is available. Disintegrate trying to get the kill on the Bandit. They do find the kill. Now there's a chance for Durotan's Couch to start to push into this fight. Ancestral going to allow Sonya to re-engage. Alan Hicks is low. Song goes in. Disintegrate going to finish, and Li Ming popping off with the resets. Can they get another kill? Lunar Flare doesn't look like they'll be able to close the gap in time, but Wildcard with an absolutely gangbuster play using the Dragon's Arrow to support the engage. Leap from the Sonya, hit well. Li Ming getting good resets and making value with it. Good disintegrates to get finishes. And Durotan's Couch has an opportunity to get back in this game. They still have a big structural deficit. Bruiser Camp going to get picked up here on the side of LuBu. Sonya down here in the bottom all alone. No one from Durotan's Couch here to support. So Nurgle needs to recognize this and give up the shrine right now. He needs to not be on this camp. There are 5 members here. And seeing low HP, they are going to look for this swap. Barely dodges it, the Sir Noble. The double camp here in the bot lane. Meanwhile, though, Durotan's Couch, seeing this heavy push bottom, going to counter and try to get the 4 top. Sir Noble keeping vision over the members of LuBu. They see the Bruiser camp being taken. How does Durotan's Couch handle this? We see some hearths. Murden going to come in, but LuBu going to be able to grab this before the members of Sir Durotan's Couch can collapse. Sir Durotan's Couch. Wow. Sir Noble. Sir Noble's teammates on Durotan's Couch can collapse. Sir Durotan's Couch. I'm a moron. But now we see the Shrine face starting up, and it is going to be, once again, defensive positions onto the Immortal. So as we see here, we are seeing LuBu already starting to get some burn. Already burned quite heavily. And they may get halftime before Durotan's Couch can even engage. Sonya just now rotating in. And with level 13 advantage, it's going to be difficult for Durotan's Couch to get the type of engage they want in this situation. But we see a fight up here over the top shrine. LuBu already moving in for the burn. Here comes the engage now. Muradin trying to zone off. I like the patience. Dragon's Arrow. There's the engage. There's the stun. Cocoon, though, on to Muradin in the backline. But Sir Noble trying to jump on the Bandit. Now getting interrupted. Great swap to get Sir Noble out of the backline. Ancestral comes in. Muradin now on the retreat. A-Fish and Soul also extremely low. Rainer completely out of position. Can Durotan's Couch turn onto this? Rainer does go down, but Big Egg Roll going to follow. Soul now in a world of trouble. Sonya on the backline. Going to try to retreat the other way. So 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Muradin for the Rainer, but Sonya is just having a hard time finding the exit. Where are the exit signs? I thought building codes required exit signs. Sonya does manage to find the escape, but that is going to be a heavily shielded Immortal for LuBu there, despite the Rainer kill. Although Durotan's Couch does a decent job getting some burn and reducing that. Engage possibly over these regen globes. A-Fish stepping up, but now going to back away. Wisely so. Meanwhile, here up on the top, we do see catapults onto this top keep. Sonya running up the clear, but going to be a lot of damage already onto this top keep before Sonya gets there. Durotan's Couch setting up for this defense, but here comes this Immortal. Very healthy shields. This keep will go down. The question is, will Durotan's Couch still be able to be alive to talk about it afterwards? There's just too much burn for this keep to survive and too much shielding. The question is, can Durotan's Couch save core? They need to start looking for an opportunity. They have the Dragon's Arrow and the Leap ready to go. Wild card, trying to look for it. Alan Hicks in a good position to intercept any Dragon's Arrow. Hanzo now stepping back, but this Immortal still very healthy on the core. Core still shielded. Phoenix going to separate out the members of Durotan's Couch. Cernoble having to rotate around now, mounting up, but the core shields are down, and this Punisher is still alive. Dragon's Arrow comes in. There's the leap, but it's going to be too little too late. This core is down, and we get a domination victory here by LuBu. Incredibly strong showing for them in this series. Dominated really both games in a lot of ways. Durotan's Couch definitely looked more lively here in game number 2, but it wasn't enough, and gotta give a lot of credit, I think, to Anubarak. Anubarak really played extremely well in that series. Had some great engages. Alan Hicks and Anubarak both having some great peels. Taronda having some good healing to keep people up, but it really didn't come down as much to the kills as it came down to just the macro play and getting more value off the Immortals that we saw from LuBu. So we're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you for watching. Alright, welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am joined by Alan Hicks and VDZ of the victorious LuBu. Guys, dominant series. How you feeling after that?
I think I can speak for everyone in saying we're feeling fantastic. We played Durotan's Couch in Heroes Lounge in the previous season, and they 2-0'd us, and it felt really good to come back and get some revenge here.
Yeah, it was a really clean match that we played, and we were a little bit salty about the last time we played Durotan's Couch, so it feels real good.
Salty and just like you wish you won, or was there maybe some BM in that game, some drums?
Oh no, no BM, no
okay,
BM.
Yeah. No, I didn't
yeah.
expect that. Durotan's Couch are generally as classy as they need to be to not piss you off. Not to say classy, but no, that was still that was a very strong showing. Map 1 was utter domination. Map 2 was more of a death by 1,000 cuts, I think. But take me through Map 1. What do you think worked so well for you guys on Infernal Shrines?
Well, I think I'm going to let VDZ handle that because I did not have a great game in game 1. I felt mostly like a old spam bot for the blinds.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
so,
they were good blinds. I have to say that. They were very good blinds.
They were. In game 1, in Infernal Shrines, one of our big objectives is to try and take camps when the enemy is otherwise distracted. So at the very beginning of the game, we have a Kel'Thas and a Maiev and a Stukov. We have a whole lot of ability to take camps very quickly. And so one of the first things that we did is after we took our middle camp, we took bottom camp right afterwards, and then we rotated all around the map. It was one of the that's one of the reasons why we like that map so much is there's so many camps that we can take and just push out the macro play. That's what we always love to do is macro play.
Yeah, I think you guys capitalized that really on both maps, including Battlefield of Eternity, because when you come down to it, the death count on Battlefield of Eternity is you had 4 kills, they had 5, right? It wasn't about who got the most kills. It was really, I think, your macro play and your camp rotations, as well as getting the camps before the objective that I think worked quite well. But with that, Now, taking us into Battlefield of Eternity. Obviously, I just talked a little bit about your strategy. What were you guys trying to do in that map that you think you accomplished well, and where do you think you can improve?
Well, I'll fill this one. BOE is a map that we've played a lot of lately. Even going back through Heroes Lounge and the Zul'jin Distillery Invitationals that happen during off seasons, and we really like that because it allows us to focus 4 men in the bottom lane, make sure we can try and win that lane and get the early camp pressures. We time our camps on that map generally pretty well. We were a little sluggish on some today, particularly on the first Immortal. If we'd been a little quicker on that first Immortal, we might have been able to get that second Bruiser camp out in time for the second instead of having to let it languish. Uh, but that's really where the focus is. It's on making sure we do everything right on that map, having a good enough race to compete. We don't necessarily have to win the race if we can out team fight. And it's important to realize, when you're behind on race, like in that very first Immortal, I think I think they won it by like 3 health or something like that. It was a
They
sliver
they
of
had the
health.
immortal at 3 health, and we were holding them for maybe 5 or 6 seconds, and we still had 1,000 to go, and then they managed to do 3 health to the 3 damage to the immortal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen an immortal with 3 before.
It was close.
I think I've seen 7. I've never seen 3 or
Yeah, that's
smaller.
the lowest we've seen it.
Yeah. At
But
least
yeah,
not for a long period of time. I'm sure I've seen a 1 before, but it was so fast I didn't notice. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So on Infernal Shrines, we did draft a very fast race team with Artanis, Tyrande, and Raynor, but that's not normal. That's something that we do, but it's not something that we need to do. We don't feel like we need to race on that map. We'd much
Right.
rather fight.
All right. Well, with that, you guys get the domination victory. Assuming the standings are up to date, that's going to move you up into a tie for second place. What does this say for your goals on the season?
I think it says we're where we want to be almost. One more to go.
All right. Well, best of luck to keep climbing. Good luck with catching up the Boogan squad. And with that, floor is yours for shoutouts.
Go ahead, Alan.
Okay, well, shout out to you for casting. Shout out to the guys at Durotan's Couch. They put up a great fight. They never gave in, fought all the way to the bitter end. Definitely had some plays like in that second game, particularly with the Hanzo ult stun into the leap stun that
Yeah, that
really
hurt.
really
Mhm.
started to turn things for us. And fortunately, we had enough macro going that they weren't able to capitalize and take major
Mhm.
structures or anything. But they put up a great showing. They definitely deserve to be up here in the top of this division, I think. And shout outs to my teammates and everyone who puts on this great NGS tournament.
Anything from you, VDC?
Uh,
Or did he
I
get
just want to have a shout out to my teammate Bandit for getting banned so that I don't have to get banned.
off?
Heroes banned, that is.
As someone who got target banned all of season 5, I know them feel. All right. Well, with that, we're going to take about an hour long break. Normally, I keep the stream going, but for a full hour, I think I'm actually going to get a game in. So I'm going to kill the stream and bring it back up in an hour. It's going to be Roll One Esports versus Soak Every Lane, 2 very macro focused teams in Division B West. Going to be an exciting match. Definitely take it out or check it out here at 10:30. In the meantime, if you want to check out some casts, looks like we got a couple games going starting at 9:30. Let me see which one I think is going to be the best. Ooh, Zul'jin Distillery versus 2 Calculated to Throw over on Gravesville's channel. So we're gonna raid Gravesville, everyone. Thanks for watching, and
Yeah,
be
that should be
back
a good
here
match.
at 10:30. We'll see everyone then. Take care.